sushi. Satisfies leather jacket, zipped up tight. No, big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron beams, bright and night city, where your appetite waits you out your sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Nice City. Here in Nice City, got me up alright. Here in Nice City. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street don't testify. You got to whisper now on your honest, so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Nice City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Nice City. Here in Nice City, got me up alright. Here in Nice City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Nice City.
It's that time of the week where the hottest Kenyan millennials jazz up your afternoon with their refreshing live talk show.
You still find the social media for
You are
that
now
guy
tuned
the
in to the 254 Millennial Talk.
The social media for the guy that made the template. Follow
What?
me at graphic designer 123. It's like, bro, who the fuck?
Or the people who use templates. Yeah, that happens, man. I know, I just, it's because I studied this thing, so I find an audio version of this podcast in all the listening podcast platforms of choice. So Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio, wherever, man. I'm pretty sure we're there. Everything should be on the link tree. For the people listening on the podcast platforms, this show goes live every Sunday 5 to 6 p.m. That is Kenyan time, or GMT plus 3. That is our time zone, so you can convert that to your own time zone. So yeah, and if you want to be a participant, or if you want to listen to us like live, we are on Discord, so join the 254 Millennial Talk server. And yeah, man, today I'm joined with she's been here on the show before. Actually, it's been a long time. Hey, bro, when was the last time you were here, man?
It's been a minute, yeah, man. Was it 2020?
Yeah, I think the beginning.
We were talking about something to do with YouTube or Kenyan YouTubers.
Yeah,
That was
oh
the
my
last
God.
time. Yeah.
That's so long
Yeah.
ago, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I wasn't even
Yeah.
talking about gaming stuff then, but now I switched. Nowadays, I'm usually on the gaming thing, the nerd things. But yeah, man, David K, man, is no stranger to the show. I think if you play Tekken,
Yes,
you probably know him. You know, he's like one of the best. I assume he's the best, maybe. Are you the best? Would you say you're the best?
One of
One of
the best.
Why are you
Yeah.
not? Is it, you don't have faith in yourself,
No, I do, but
Mhm.
but also
Mhm.
but also you have to be honest with yourself. You know, right now the best in this community is
Mhm.
like between two guys called Frost and Mickey. Wow, napelekana. Way back, Mickey was washing everyone when the rest of us were still scrubs and stuff. But guys have leveled up over the past few years, which is really good. And well, the best I would say is between those two and me, probably. It's like the three of us were napelekana kila, so it's like.
It's mad.
But
You guys
yeah.
are mad
So
good
let
at
me
the
let
game.
me stick myself in that conversation. Yeah.
It's cool, man. I've seen your gameplays, man. I've been following your community for some time now, and I know that you guys are pretty serious about this Tekken thing. Of course, Quidaro being one of your most famous projects, I assume she was under your
The
project.
most famous, yeah. The most famous.
The
yeah,
most famous,
for sure.
yeah. So Quinaro, I think she needs no introduction. She actually was here when there's a time we were talking with Kenyan like female streamers and gamers. I think she was on that one, but she told me today she's not going to make it because I think she's traveling or something. But yeah, man. But I've seen your transition to comedy. But I mean, you had it.
Yes.
You kind of had it in you. You know, there's this line you said. There's this video I was watching when you were criticizing Kamene for criticizing gamers, and there's this line you said, belittling gamers is like calling women childish for spending hours picking outfits and putting on makeup. And then you said, when you guys are playing dress up. Oh my god, that was like the best comeback I've ever had. Like, like against a person who's like criticizing gamers, man. And I think.
Yeah. The funny thing with that was there's a time she had done there's a time when she was still at NRG, there's a time she interviewed Beast. I know you know Beast and
Yeah,
Queen
Brown
Arrow.
Beast.
She had them both on like on the station, and she did an interview them about like esports.
And then
So now like,
later
so
on
now to
months.
hear her turn around and like yeah, months later
The
it's
month?
like talking down to gamers is like it was really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's strange. Or maybe she was just doing it to get attention. You never know. I mean, who even listens to radio anymore? So I don't know. That's
Not
those
really,
things.
not as much as before.
Yeah, those things are outdated, man. They're like same formula, always trying to clickbait stuff. Anyway, it's just bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, man, you do comedy. So I think if you want to support, like, where can guys catch you doing your comedy stuff? I've seen you post a lot of it on Instagram.
Yeah, so often I put up clips of like jokes and stuff, but so every week there's right now there's like 4 open mics running. So on Tuesday it's at this place called Number 7 on Koinange Street in town. Shout out to Eugene Bogwa. He's the owner of that establishment. Like he's worked with Sauti Soul and all these other people.
Oh, Eugene, the Nani, this guy with the dreads.
The guy, yes.
Okay,
that guy.
I've seen him. I've seen him. He's very good. He's very like they're out there in terms of supporting young people. I've seen a couple of his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
So he had been to one of the other venues, the next one I was going to mention, and then he started hosting open mics at his place at Number 7. So that's on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is where he was coming before. Is called To Grapes. It's in Hurlingham. Thursday, it's in Westlands, a restaurant called the Mayura, Ken Rail Towers, near Sarit Center. Right next to, I don't know if it's 9 West or 1 West, like all these West buildings. I don't know. I can't keep up.
So many.
But I know it's near Sarit. It's called Ken Rail Towers. The same place where, if you know where Mercado is, the Mexican restaurant, the Mayura is like on the ground floor of that same building. And then Friday, it's a place in Gigiri called Wine Life, right next to UN. So yeah, those are the 4 venues. If you wanna come through and support, I haven't been active the past month or so because I've been busy doing some other stuff. But yeah, if you wanna come through and support, stand-up comedians who are doing their thing out here. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So the folk
also
music and-
other than for comedy, I know you also do music. I think I've also played like the way you've seen my intros. I usually play music from either copyright free music or music from people like people from Discord or people I know. And I've played a couple of your tracks. I think I play.
That's dope,
I
man.
played. I played which one? There's this one, the remix for Nairobi Tofauti.
Nairobi Tofauti.
Yeah, I played that one on a specific show, and I've also played Sauteed, I think, which is the best for me. It was, I don't know, you released that one
dope,
like out of the
man.
blues, man. Ah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's just
Mhm.
I was just messing around, and I was writing something that like Action Bronson would say on a song, and I
Oh,
just put that out. Yeah.
we were just messing around, and actually, it's very good, man. I've listened. It's actually
Thank you, man.
even if I was to pull my where's my let me see, where's my other, okay, my desktop view. Even if I was to pull my desktop view right now and go to my Spotify, you'll see it there. It's on my most listened. If I go to yo, what's up? It's always good to try stuff out, you know.
Awesome,
And this
right
is
there.
like an appeal to everyone out here, man. Like, don't be stuck doing one thing. Dabble in a lot of things. I mean, that's the beauty of life, you know. You have all the fucking time in the world. Just
That's one way. That's one way of finding out what
you're good at.
number one, what you're good at, and number two, what you're passionate about. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
some guys follow the approach of like trying different things and crossing things off the list. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I've tended to do personally. And yeah, the way you're saying, it's something I encourage many people to do. Just go try different things. Life is short, man. It's like,
Which I would say it's very commendable from you. Like it's the right direction. Let's just say that's the right
Right.
direction for you. Like, you know, keep doing your thing. You never know, man. It's always, you know, I have this. Okay, there's this thing I read from a book called Atomic Habits, and he was saying something, you know, that people don't appreciate the small things that you do on a daily basis or the small steps you take. And you know, and he used the analogy of like ice melting. Like it takes like ice from zero to something so that it can actually melt. But you always find that it's just that 1 degree that is so critical, that when
Yeah.
water hits that degree, it starts melting.
the
So
ice begins to melt. Yeah.
yeah, man. So you know, you always try your stuff, man. So long as you're just
It's a
doing
really
stuff.
dope analogy, actually.
Yeah, you should read that book by the way. Atomic Habits. You should read
What
it.
did you say? It's called Atomic Habits. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
Atomic
so
Habits by James Clear. You can even find an audiobook on Spotify if I'm not wrong. So
say no more.
yeah, man. Yeah. Other than me praising you all day, let's get to what brought you here, man. The Tekken
Yes.
community, man. The Tekken community.
Yes, sir.
So Tekken is a video game. Do you mind explaining what Tekken is? Maybe to.
So Tekken is a fighting game, a series of fighting games. One of the most popular. When people talk about fighting games, you'll mostly hear names like Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
But at least in Kenya, in most places, really. So Tekken is what we call a 3D fighting game, and not when we say 3D, it's not in terms of the graphics. It's in terms of the plane of movement. Because fighting games are usually either 2D or 3D. So 2D meaning you can walk forward and backwards, and you can move up and down. That is to say, you can jump and you can crouch. But Tekken is 3D in that you can also move into the foreground and the background. You can sidestep. It's not the only one out there. The first one, I think, that came out way back was Virtual Fighter. But Tekken is by far the most popular, like 3D fighting game series. So yeah, that's basically Tekken. Yeah.
Tekken. I don't know. To be honest, me, I've only played Mortal Kombat, so that's why you're here today. You know, to tell us
Yes.
more about this game. You know, to shed more light about this game, because I've seen you have like the Tekken 2 community is so big. Like it's one of the, I would say it's the biggest and the best like gaming community that I've seen that has withstood this test of time. There's many that have popped up. I don't know why they keep dying. Maybe you'll elaborate on that. But your community seems to be the one that is still there, still hanging on, you know? And that's what.
I think part of the reason for that is
Mm.
the community itself. A lot of guys in the Tekken community are, for lack of a better word, let me say, like, quite mature, like level-headed
Mhm.
people. You know, what you
Mhm.
find with a lot of gaming communities is like there's a lot of toxicity, and I'm sure you know this as much as any other gamer.
Of course. Of
Especially
course.
with like. Uh,
The
I've
toxic.
experienced this mostly with FPS communities like COD.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Don't even start. Overwatch is the one that I hear people. In fact, Gas.
I was about to say Overwatch. I've heard stories, mad stories about the Overwatch community.
Yeah, in fact,
So
there's a clip on my Instagram where Gas is complaining. I clipped like where Gas she's Nini Common Rage. She's complaining like how like Overwatch has become a salt mine where everyone is just salty, abusive, toxic. So I don't know what's up with that,
and
but
and that and
Mhm.
uh, I I think it's partly down to that, but also
Mhm.
uh, it could also be because within the Tekken community we've been
Mhm.
uh, at least us as the organizers, myself and my business partners, like
Mhm.
we've done our best to give guys like consistent competition. From when we started, we've been doing tournaments regularly. So like guys remain interested in the game. That's why the community has been growing, and like guys have a reason to level up. And now you see, like myself, I just competed in like this thing called the Tekken Online Challenge. I
Mhm.
got to the regional finals for the quote unquote South Africa region.
Mhm.
Um, like it's there's the community itself being having a lot of like very good people. That's not to say other communities don't have that, but
Mhm.
also having a an element of organization where like when you join the community there's a code of conduct, there's certain rules you have to you have to follow if you want to
Mhm.
continue being interacting with people in the community and stuff. Like a lot of gaming groups and stuff are like just it's the wild west, like anything goes, and there's barely any regulation, and that's why you
Mhm.
find there's a lot of turnover and like guys just come in and out and fall in and out of like interest with different games and shit like that. So
Mhm.
with the Tekken community, I think we've done well in like regulating also the community itself. It's like if guys start falling out of line, we're like, yo, it's
Mhm.
there's a certain way we do things, and if you're not down with it, then it's you can leave. you know so I
It's
think that
Mhm.
that element of organization also has helped like the community stay
Mhm.
uh, re- stay level-headed and just consistent.
I mean, it's obvious that you and a couple of your friends run it. But maybe for someone who's interested in joining like the Tekken community, like how do you join? Like how do you join into these tournaments? How do you become like? Do you have like teams? Do you have like Tabu explain like the structure of the community itself? Like how is it structured? Of course, you guys are the founders. You guys run things. But do you have like esports teams like the way Akina FaZe Clan work? Could you explain that bit?
So
Mm-hmm.
from in terms of the structure,
Mm-hmm.
initially, uh, I just started it as like a Facebook group, and then it evolved into
Mm-hmm.
what it is now. It's we have first of all, if you guys want to join, like we have WhatsApp, we have social media WhatsApp groups and stuff. Like guys always reach out, and we
Mm-hmm.
send them like a WhatsApp link. At some point, we had to make the link private because we had a period where like we had randoms joining from some weird countries, and they were spamming some weird stuff in our groups and stuff. So like on our social media, you can just reach out and ask like, yo, I want to join on WhatsApp and interact with people. We're more than happy to send the link and stuff.
So
Um,
you have like so you
and
said you have a Facebook page or something. Right now, okay. Right now,
it's,
you
yeah,
operating from a Facebook page. Do you have like a website?
we have a website, tekken254.co.ke.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also on socials, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So guys usually reach out if it's not through like someone already in the community. Guys always reach out like on our socials, like, yo, how do I get in? Like, I wanna interact with people, and we always just send the link, and it's guys join like that, and it goes from there. But in terms of how it's run,
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 254 is actually a brand that's managed by myself and my business partners. We have a company called Ace Pro Sports Technologies. It used to be called Ace Pro Gaming, but we're restructuring because we've silently been making moves because we're trying to, take things to the next level from our side. So Tekken 254 is actually a brand
Mm-hmm.
that we manage. Um, but it just but again, it's also just a community of like-minded people, a community of guys that love Tekken and play Tekken. So if you want to join, it's just about reaching out, asking, where's the WhatsApp link. We send it to you, and go from there.
Yeah, and it's good, man. Like even like the way you're describing, like how you're running, it's like, do you guys have taken this thing? So it's serious. Like it's really serious with you guys. It's no fucking joke.
Yeah, because I mean it's uh it's a thing where like we're trying to uh it's an esports thing where like we're trying to like I said before, take things to the next level. We've been running regular competitions, and now,
Mm-hmm.
as I said, we've been making silent moves. There's some stuff we have planned for this year. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's more than just like a hobby for us. Initially it just started out as like, just let's have a community or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then at some point, my partners and I saw the potential of this being a business even. So like that's how we're treating it. That's a seriousness we're giving it. So
I
yeah.
mean, and okay, let me ask, because I think maybe if you don't know, I know you studied in the UK. Was it sports management? What exactly did you study?
I did this thing called a BTech diploma. So it's
Mm-hmm.
essentially equivalent to A levels or like pre-university.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what I studied was I did a BTech diploma in sports here for 2 years.
Wait,
Uh,
because I was to ask, like, does that help? Does that come in handy? Like, especially now that you're running a whole organization based on esports, do you feel like the time you spent is now starting to pay off? Like the time you spent studying.
from the aspect of aspect of managing events,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
because there's similarities between like running esports events and like running a football tournament, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
still you still have to organize registration, move people around, tell people you're playing in this pool and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, in some ways, yeah, that it's helped for sure.
Do you have like so for the like community, do you have do's and don'ts that maybe you would like to publicly say, so that maybe if those people who think of joining do these things, they might they can just kick themselves away before they even join? Do you
We
have
have
like,
a code of conduct actually. Like there's an actual document we
holy
we came
shit,
up with.
you have
It's
a
like a code of
are you
conduct.
saying you have a constitution?
Basically, yeah. That's basically what it is. But
uh,
but like no, it was necessary because obviously I'm not gonna speak
mm-hmm.
on it publicly, but we had a certain incident that escalated to a degree that was quite bad. It involved a few people, and
When it became
it was
legal.
a no, it wasn't not to the point where like people are going
Oh,
to
okay,
court or anything. There
okay,
was there
okay.
was there was like there was serious damage done, and
Mm-hmm.
it got to a point where we had to explicitly state like in written form, like this is how we want this. These are the boundaries within which you can behave. If you do this and that and this and that,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there's consequences. So
Now
there's
that
even
you've even.
we even have a disciplinary committee when like guys,
Mm-hmm.
when someone in the group does something that's wayward, we debate it amongst ourselves in this committee, and when we decide how this person should be punished, and that's how things run. And
But
since we implemented that, like guys have, the community's been, the behavior's gotten like a lot better.
I mean, that's the wise thing to do, because I mean that's why we have laws and constitutions in the first place, because without these things governing us as civilizations,
It'd be anarchy, right? Yeah.
yeah, like chaos, anarchy. And I remember, now that we've even mentioned an incident of like someone misbehaving, I remember we were talking with Moji, Nini. I was asking him, like, did he ever try to recruit someone from Fortnite? Did he like try to make a Fortnite team? And I remember him telling me that there's one player who got so abusive. I don't know, like when Mojo was reaching out, like, hey, I don't know if it was a practice thing or it was like showing up for tournaments, but he just said that the person he had tried to recruit, or the person who was like in the recruitment process, became so rude and like aggressive behavior. So I completely understand, and I mean it's common sense. Like if someone is serious about something, you're definitely going to find rules and NDAs and all these things. So welcome to the real life. Welcome to the real world, man.
If you want guys to behave, you have to tell them like this is what you can and can't do, and if you step outside these boundaries, then there's consequences. And I feel like that's something that a lot of gaming communities need. Because, like we said earlier, there tends to be a lot of toxicity within a lot of gaming communities that goes unchecked, and because it goes unchecked, a lot of people get discouraged, especially females, because it gets to a point where like they feel intimidated. It's like it's like there's lawlessness over here, and I'm defenseless. So like, what's the point of me being here?
Actually, in fact, that was a major point of contention. Like, that was a major point. Like these chicks were saying on the stream, like the one that I was hosting, those female gamers were saying like they're usually afraid of like opening their mics because in most cases people become either perverted or simpy, or either they become toxic. And I remember even Gas pointing out like the team that she was playing with turned on her because I don't know what one person said, oh, we are losing because it's this fucking girl's fault. So I understand, man. I get it.
There'll be some idiot saying like go back to the kitchen or some stupid shit like that. You know?
Why would someone say that though? To go back to the kitchen?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, and because a lot of that goes unchecked, that's why it's no surprise that a lot of chicks find it hard to get into gaming, because it's like these idiots are going unchecked. So that's something we've been trying to rectify in our to prevent in our community rather.
Wait, in fact, on that point of chicks, do you have, other than Queen Arrow, do you have have you, especially now from the success of Queen Arrow, do you feel like, or have you seen a lot of female gamers in your community, or have you noticed like a female presence?
Besides Queen Arrow, in our tournaments we've had I think 3 other chicks who've signed up for our tournaments before, but as of now, as far as I know, it hasn't really increased significantly. But I'm hoping, like with Queen Arrow, with all the success Queen Arrow is experiencing right now and the attention she's getting and everything, hopefully that acts as an example for other chicks to be like, okay, if she can do it, then I mean, why not me, you know?
And of course, like the issue and I will understand that the issue of chicks not gaming is also a societal thing, because I mean, we still have that mentality, oh, women should be doing this and that, blah blah blah, games are not for chicks. And I mean, so yeah, we hope Queen Arrow can create enough of a ripple effect to really shift the tide. And I've been discovering a lot of female streamers. Some are new. There's this one called
to be fair, yeah, like you're saying, sorry to cut you off, not just Queen Arrow. There's Peaches, and Peaches is the only other one that I know. In our community, there's Another chick called Tamed She Wolf. That's the pseudonym she signed up for tournaments with. And like it seems to be slowly going up, and I hope it continues because
There's
especially
actually
with
like
yeah, go ahead.
a couple of female streamers right now in the space. There's Wolfie. Wolfie is actually, I would say, has a surprisingly high number of followers, because I remember I was watching her stream yesterday and she had like 37 viewers on Twitch, which, by the way, I'm also streaming on Twitch, so I'm not only streaming on YouTube. So if you prefer the Twitch side of things, it's twitch.tv/the MILLENNIAL TALK. Yeah, there's Wolfie, she's called Angel Wolfie. There's Addy White, she streams Apex. Wolfie streams Call of Duty. There's Nira. There's this one I saw. She's trying though, but I think someone needs to tell her to like fix her stream settings. But I saw her being suggested on my Instagram, Kasheri or Njeri or something. But who else? Is there another female streamer I've seen?
I had no idea that there were this many female streamers in
There
Kenya.
is
Like,
Wolfie.
this
Wolfie
is
has a
educational.
Wolfie is the serious one, man. Like that one has a following. I was like, holy shit! Because in fact, the day they were here, man, I had so many concurrent listeners and viewers. I was like, what? This is mad. So
Smart.
there is.
I'll go
Maybe
look for her after this.
I'll send them your. I'll send you your their Instagram links. But you're saying something. Sorry, before I cut you, you're saying something. Come on, you've forgotten.
I've lost my train of thought. Yeah.
Okay. So define what makes a good Tekken player.
Good Tekken,
Into
good.
the nitty gritty. Like you maybe let me like in FPS you can say it's movement, it's flicking, it's dodging. Like in Tekken, exactly
Okay.
what makes a good player.
Good so the fundamentals of Tekken: movement, punishment. Those are the two main ones. Like if you have good movement, because that's with Tekken, a big thing is like movement and positioning yourself well, and being aware of like where you are on the stage. If you have a good awareness of like your position and you have good movement, then you're already well on your way to becoming like a good Tekken player. And also punishment, knowing your frame data, how punishable moves are,
Mayday, what's
Kiasi,
Kiasi, what's that you've said, frame data? Because I was watching your there was a stream I was watching and I had a co-host of someone like you are co-hosting would say at yours you 3 frames. I don't know, this move takes 5 frames. So I was like, what the fuck is that? So what is that? What is that?
So frames are basically a measure of time. So it's when we say Tekken runs at 60 frames per second, so one frame is 1/60th of a second, right? So that's what frames are. So every move in Tekken has different properties in terms of like the startup frames. That's how long it takes to come out. The active frames, that's how long the move like hits, and the recovery frames, that's how long the move takes like to like before the character goes back to like their neutral state, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You guys are mad.
Yeah.
You're even analyzing the oh my fucking god, I've never
Yeah,
even thought of a game in that way, like when I'm playing like an FPS.
So it's not just like when you're getting into any fighting game at a high level, learning frame data will be very important, because when people throw certain moves out, they could be punishable or not punishable. Punishable meaning you can hit them back after blocking that move. So you're punishing them for trying to use that move on you, essentially. And moves are punishable to different degrees. So if a move is like -10, that means when you block a move, your move will come out 10 frames before your opponent can act, right? So that's essentially like on a basic level frame data. So when you're playing any fighting game at a high level, it's very, very important to get into that, because like it helps a lot in obviously winning matches and stuff. It could be the difference.
Yeah, but that's mad. Kennedy G is asking you, do you need to master the Korean backdash to play good? What the fuck is that? I don't know if he's
So
trolling.
no, a Korean backdash is it's also called a backdash cancel. This is a Tekken thing specifically. So in Tekken, when you backdash, you can't spam back and move and keep your character moving back. Like your character will stop for a few moments before you can backdash again. So a way that people found around that from Korea way back in the day, like a sort of hack to make the characters move backwards quicker, was to cancel your backdash by crouching. So while you backdash, to cancel that animation, and then while you crouch, you backdash again. So it makes it quicker. So to prevent that stop-start situation, you crouch to cancel your backdash, and then you backdash again, and you crouch, and it continues like that. So that's what a Korean backdash is. So if you want to be a top Tekken player, you will definitely help for sure.
And I mean, I don't. Kumbe, you guys also do it in fighting games, but I've seen such techniques in also other games, like in Apex. Let's say there's this thing when you jump down, you get like a small stun because there's no fall damage. So what people do is to cancel the stun, they try to kick the ground, or maybe when they're sliding and they want to slide quicker, they punch the ground, which throws them like farther. So I did not
that animation. Okay.
Yeah. So I did not even expect like people would also do that in like fighting games. So it's like a universal thing.
Yeah, man.
People always try to find ways to make these developers patch things.
With Kennedy's question, it's like when you master a Korean backdash, you're able to move quicker. You're able to create distance with your opponent quicker, right? So
which can come in handy.
Which
can come in handy, especially in those situations. I've seen someone is like one punch away from being KO'd. So okay.
Yeah, so that improves your movement. So yeah, if you want to play at a high level, yeah, for sure.
I can see Slatty has joined and Frankenstein. Frankenstein, are you speaking? Because I can see your mic is just blinking, but there's no sound.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lord Vega saying we here. What's up, Lord Vega? Okay, so oh, is your buddy?
Yeah, so it's a guy from the Tekken community.
Lord Vega, you've come to represent, eh? So there's this other question. Now, who are the best? Like in who are the best Tekken characters? Like in MK, I would say maybe from my experience from playing, I would say I've seen Raiden being used a lot. I've seen I don't know who. So in Tekken, who are the best characters?
So best meaning strongest.
The strongest, the ones that will maybe have a high chance of winning. Depending on if you're very good using him. So
yeah. So at the moment, in terms of the game, the meta of the game, Lydia.
Actually, thank you for mentioning that. The meta characters, that should have been the right statement. The meta, who are the meta characters in Tekken?
Well, the one thing I like about Tekken, first of all, is that it's much more balanced than other fighting games. It does have issues for sure, but when you compare with like how broken certain characters are compared to others in other fighting games, like it doesn't come close with Tekken. But Tekken still had like its OP, like really OP characters, and right now in season 4, probably Lydia is up there for sure. She's a new character that was introduced in season 4. She's really strong. A lot of guys play her in tournaments because like she barely doesn't really have any weaknesses. Lydia for Kumram. That's a new character that was introduced in season 3. That dude is just brain dead.
And the Tekken law is okay, continue. Sorry, I'll talk about that once you're done.
Anyway, I'm not gonna start ranting about. Let me just answer your question in a straightforward manner. Lydia, Fakumram, the 2D characters, so Geese, Akuma, who are both guest characters, obviously. So that's why they've brought their own mechanics from their own games, and it's like kind of breaking the rules of Tekken. Who else? For a while, Leroy was up there, but not anymore. Leroy on release was absolutely broken, but not anymore. Yeah, I think I would say right now Lydia for Kumram, Akuma, maybe Geese. I don't think there's any other characters that are that problematic as those characters at the moment.
I was watching a video actually on like the Tekken law, and there's a lot of dying and people being thrown in lava pits. What the fuck? What's the deal with that?
No,
I don't know.
That's the Mishimas, the main family in Kazuya, Heihachi, Jin, guys. They just like throwing each other in volcanoes and stuff. Like in the story of Tekken 1, Kazuya beats Heihachi, throws him off a cliff. In Tekken 2, Heihachi survives the fall, comes back, beats Kazuya, throws him into a volcano. In Tekken 3, in Tekken 3, this is a non-canon ending, but in Heihachi's ending, he throws Jin off a helicopter. So like in the ending of Tekken 7, Kazuya beats Heihachi again, throws him into a volcano. So like it's a Mishima thing.
It's like a never-ending cycle of, hey, it's your turn now.
Even when you look at they put Kazuya in Smash Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a guest character, and in his trailer, there's what's this character from Zelda called the main villain? His name starts with a G.
Zelda, it's Kirby.
What? I'm not talking about Kirby. There's a certain character. There's the main antagonist in like the Zelda series. His name starts with a G. I forget his name. Ganondorf, right? Ganondorf? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think that is it.
Oh yeah. So in Kazuya's trailer, like before they reveal him, like they show him throwing Ganondorf off a cliff. So like it's like everyone knows it's like yeah.
I just found it funny.
It's a Mishima thing.
I found it funny how many times it has been done. I was like, okay, these people love throwing each other off cliffs and into fucking volcanoes. But
Family Feud.
I was okay. So I don't know if this is right. I remember I was digging through eventthumbs.com, and they were saying that the most used characters in tournaments is Asuka, King, Akuma, Jin, and Lee. So I don't know if that is correct, but from eventthumbs.com.
Eventthumbs.com. That's very interesting.
And I think that those are the most played characters.
I guess when you're talking about the community as a whole, then
as a whole, like the broader competition side of things.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's not that surprising because those characters you've mentioned are fairly popular, especially King. King, Jin. I'm surprised Paul isn't in the equation there because Paul is like one of the most used characters in the game. So in terms of not in tournaments, just in general. So when you're talking about the community as a whole, then I guess that makes sense. But if you look at like top players, then I think the picture would change.
All right. Oh, by the way, I have to apologize. I don't know why. I don't think it's my internet that's a problem. I think OBS. I don't know if it's because I'm multi-streaming only, but I notice sometimes it's saying encoding overload. But I mean that's why I record locally as a backup. But
you have to.
Yeah, but I'm sorry if I keep cutting out on YouTube and on Twitch. So, but again, you can listen for like an uninterrupted experience on the podcast platforms. So so let's go like to the international side of things. Which teams would you say are the best ones? Like which are the best and who are the best Tekken like players and teams out there that you know of, or that maybe inspired you to like become so good at Tekken?
I think number one, everyone would agree. A guy called Ni from South Korea, greatest Tekken player of all time. I think there's no debate.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that's passionate about the game and knows about the competitive Tekken scene knows Ni is the best of all time.
Yeah.
When you talk about, when most players talk about like the inspiration and stuff, most guys say Ni. Yeah, Ni is the guy. But right now,
Wait, which character does Ni? Is it Ni or Lee? Ni. Like Magoti.
Magoti. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Okay.
Ni.
Wait, which character does he play? Ama is like
plays
a
everyone.
master.
He's-
Oh, okay. So he's
even-
really
even,
that good.
Yeah.
Even in ranked, like he's gotten every single character in the game to the highest rank, which is Tekken God Omega. So that just gives you an idea of like how good the guy is.
Yeah.
And aside from him, most of the best players in Tekken at the moment come from South Korea, Pakistan. That's been pelekaing me for the last few years. He's also arguably one of the best players in the world right
Giving
now.
him a run for his money.
Yeah.
But so Tekken, what about like teams? Is there like a team, or does Tekken?
Team, yeah, there are
there are
esports teams in Tekken as well, but it's not the same as they're not really as important as with other games where like an org would assemble a roster for like COD, and all of those players have to work together to, like with Tekken, because it's a 1v1 thing, like teams will sign like one player or whatever, but the team doesn't really factor in much in terms of like the player's performance. The team will just like pay for that player to travel to tournaments and stuff like that, but in terms of the player's performance, it's like it's the player. So
I mean that makes
teams aren't
sense.
really as much of a factor here.
That totally
in
makes
fighting
sense.
games in general.
Yeah, that totally makes sense because it's like a 1v1. I mean, yeah, that's like self-explanatory. So do you have like a player someone should watch? Is there like a player you would, other than me, is there like other players you would recommend to like?
Yeah, so I was saying, aside from Ni, Aslanash is arguably one of the best in the world right now for sure. JDCR is another legend from South Korea. Think let me just go country by country. South Korea, Ni, JDCR, Chanel, Saint. Like those are the big names over there, like just legends of the game. And some newer guys as well, like Breadman, Meoil, Lohai.
Breadman. It's a funny name.
Yeah, those are interesting names.
Yeah.
In Pakistan, there's Aslanash, Waishani, Bilal, Kasimir, Farzin, Imran Khan. The John is really good as well. From Japan, guys like Chikurin, Double, just like, again, absolute legends. North America, guys like
Lionding from Japan. Lionding.
John Deng is from South Korea. He hasn't been that active like over the past year, so and in general he hasn't won that as many tournaments as some of the other guys I've mentioned. So but like he's probably he's one of the best Eddie players in the world for sure. North America, it's Anakin, Joey Fury, Shadow. Karoko's been doing really well in the last few years. She's a female Tekken player she's really strong. Yeah.
What about Lil Margin?
Yeah, Lil Margin, although in terms of tournaments, he hasn't been competing much, maybe because of COVID. Maybe he doesn't like playing online that much. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah. Those are just a few names I can say, like top players like globally.
Wait, so let me ask you. So because Because I don't know if this is correct, but like is MK similar to like Tekken? Is it like what's the difference? Like maybe when you're because I think Mortal Kombat is. Would you argue Mortal Kombat is way more popular, or Tekken is?
In Kenya, possibly.
Okay.
A few years ago, definitely, but given like all
Mhm.
the activity in the Tekken community over the past few years, I'm not so sure anymore in terms of the popularity of the two games, how they
Mhm.
compare with each other. But I know there's a lot of Kenyans that love MK for sure.
But how
Uh,
could
the
you?
the
Eh?
the sorry, go ahead. I was gonna answer your earlier question.
Oh, okay. No. Just answer. Just answer.
So well, the first difference is
Mhm.
MK is a 2D game, Tekken is a 3D game.
Mhm.
Um, and then from there, like vastly different mechanics as you would imagine with any video game, not just fighting games.
Mhm.
Um,
The go.
uh,
MK has a lot of go.
yeah, MK has a lot of gore. Tekken doesn't really have any gore.
Mhm.
The closest Tekken comes to gore is like a few moves like Yoshimitsu stabbing you with his sword. In Tekken 7, Negan from Walking Dead is there now, and he swears a lot. Sometimes he swears when he gets hit. He's like shit. Uh, and like he has some moves where he uses a knife and stuff. Like that's the closest Tekken comes to gore. Um, but yeah,
Okay.
the number one fundamental difference is that MK is a 2D game and Tekken is a 3D game. So in MK you can only move on a 2D plane. Tekken you can move on a 3D plane. But besides that, just each game has its own mechanics. So
Ah, it's good. It's good. You've
yeah,
clarified that. Maybe some people might be confused, like, why should I not be playing MK? It's always such people. But do you have any pet
yeah.
peeves? Do you have any pet peeves that you hate about, like, generally the Taken community, or generally like you being, uh, like a big guy in the Taken community? Do you have any pet peeves that you hate? Maybe weird questions or annoying assumptions that people throw at you when they hear the type of things that you do, gaming wise.
None, none, none off the top of my head, really. I think
Mm-hmm.
the only I could say is in the Tekken community, everyone characters are. I think that's the only thing I can say. Like,
Mm-hmm. So people should stop
if
complaining that someone is weak.
like I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned earlier, Lydia, for example, the one of the characters I said is one of the strongest right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
someone who plays Lydia will be like, oh, but she can't do this and can't do that, CJ, blah blah blah. But like she can do all this other stuff, and that's why like everyone is playing her in tournaments. So Tekken players like downplaying their characters in terms of like how strong they are and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
besides that,
What about pet peeves in
nothing else.
the What about pet peeves in the game? Like, do you have combos you hate? Do you feel like there's things in the game that that are really annoying that you feel that the devs should fix?
Just
Maybe an overpowered combo or a overused combo or something.
not
Or
not really. I think if besides just like certain bugs with the game, and
mm-hmm.
sometimes like sometimes there's this thing when you're playing online
Mm-hmm.
where like Tekken has like some elements of like rollback, where like that means like when on your end when you do a move,
Mm-hmm.
like the game predicts what the opponent is going to do. And if it gets the prediction right, then the game continues. But if the game gets the prediction wrong,
Mm-hmm.
then it erases that and like shows you what the opponent actually did. So
Oh,
sometimes you
okay.
could
I
even
think
see,
I've understood. I think I've understood. So you mean,
yeah,
okay, let me try and rephrase it. So you mean the game tries to compensate for you lagging by predicting what you
exactly, yeah,
would. Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's shit.
So that's what
Hey,
that's
that's.
that's that's how most fighting games like that's how a lot of fighting games with good online experiences operate actually. But Tekken for the most part is like delay based netcode. So it's just purely dependent on your connections and stuff. But anyway, what I was saying was sometimes you do this thing where like you, for example, you do a low and it hits your opponent, but then a few moments later you find they blocked it and the health bar recovers. Because like the game kind of like wrongly predicted that your move would land. And that could be the difference between you like winning and losing a match, So
But then what's the
like-
server support like in terms of like being in, especially being in Kenya? Do you guys like have a good servers around?
Tekken is P2P. There's no servers.
Oh,
That's one.
oh shit. Okay.
Most fighting games are P2P actually, and that's why so many people advocate for rollback. Because delay based with Tekken and a few other games, it's like if your opponent has a bad connection, like there's just lag. Like upende usipende, like even like when you play on like a 4-bar connection, like even the slightest lag spikes like can throw you off like in a big way. Whereas with rollback, like on a 4-bar connection, if there's a few lag spikes, like the game can just do that thing where it's like continuously predicting like what's going to happen and stuff, and it smoothens the experience that way. So I guess that's another pet peeve I have with the game. The netcode, it's trash. It's it's trash.
No, trash.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely
P2P,
trash.
I think maybe I can explain to P2P is like there you torrent stuff. If like the person
Yeah.
you are getting the file or the person you are torrenting from has a poor or a low upload, your file is going to download slower. So you can imagine how that can be like in a video game where it's dependent on both of your connections being okay. So
Yeah.
that can be quite annoying, man. What? So Tekken, man,
Yeah.
fix your fucking netcode. Wait,
So
which
that's-
company
so,
owns Tekken,
yeah.
Kwanza?
So pairing that with delay-based netcode, it's like it's just recipe for disaster. It's like just if you and your opponent don't, it's going
Wait,
to be a
if
bumpy
you,
ride.
you had cut out a little bit. If you and your opponent,
Oh, sorry. If you and your opponent don't have a solid connection, like it's going to be a bumpy ride.
oh yeah, that can be shit, man. I was asking by the which company owns Tekken, by the because I know.
Bandai Namco, Japanese company. So it used to be just Namco, like until Tekken Tag 2 was released or Tekken 6. But for many years, initially it was just Namco, and then Namco like did a merger with another company called Bandai, and they became Bandai Namco. So those are the developers of the game.
Kennedy is saying Guilty Gear.
Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive, yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive has
Build-
better rollback netcode.
Miles better, miles and miles and miles and miles better.
Alright.
Guilty Gear Strive and MK11.
Mm.
MK11 has really good rollback as well.
Wait.
from
Guilty
what
Gear
I've heard.
Strive is this game. There's like a thing I saw Quinaro had posted on her status. So like it was happening in Nigeria.
It's like an anime. No. What was happening in Nigeria was a Street Fighter tournament.
Oh, wait, that's Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That tournament that was happening in Nigeria was a Street Fighter tournament, but
Okay.
Guilty Gear Strive is like this anime type like fighting game.
Oh, so basically the graphics look 2D-ish. Like look anime-ish.
The graphics are like anime like, yeah.
So I think that's 2D. Anyway, yeah, I think I don't know. I'm looking at. I had prepared a whole panel, my guy. I'd prepared a whole panel here, but there's not a lot of things left. I'm just looking at some of the things maybe you had not answered. What I've seen, from what I can see, I think we've pretty much exhausted everything that I. Wait, I was to ask, like, how do you tally points, like in a competition? Like, how do you guys like say someone has won? Is it like based on damage, based on wins, based on KOs?
Initially I thought you're asking about like tournament rules and things like that.
No.
Like, and I was gonna say every competition has its own point system or whatever. But in in game. So I'm sure you know this with any fighting game. Like there's rounds. So there's even the announcer says round 1, fight,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So in Tekken, when you win, the first player to win 3 rounds wins a match. So when you win 3 rounds, that's a match win. And then when you win, what tends to happen within the fighting game community is you have to play multiple matches. You don't just play one match where you win 3 rounds and ni hivyo, you know. So there's different formats. The most common ones in tournaments are first to 2 and first to 3. So that means first to 2, for example, first person to win 2 matches wins the set. So if the first person to win those 3 rounds twice, so if you win 3 rounds, you've won, that's 1-0. If you win 3 rounds again, that's 2-0. And then you progress. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you have to win a group of rounds to get a match, and then you have to win a group of matches to get the set. So that's how it works with most fighting games.
All right, because I asked that because I did not have a good idea of how you guys like tally up your points and all these things, because you know in BRs, because I think we've hosted like an Apex friendly scrims. Normally, I remember the tallies were damage, like not only being number 1, but also not only like winning, because also damage and kills. Yeah, damage and kills. Yeah, so I was kind of curious like how fighting games do their own stuff, but you've answered that. So which brings me to my final question. So Tekken 254, do you plan on evolving to other games, or are you just going to stick to Tekken at the time being? You have plans to delve into other titles?
So we actually spun another brand of Tekken 254 called Savannah FGC. It's like a larger fighting game brand.
In fact, I was to ask you, what is that Savannah? I've seen it in a couple of your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, that's also a brand we manage at East Pro Sports Technologies. And it encompasses all fighting games now, not just Tekken. So before COVID, we were running MK tournaments as well. So that's another title we got into because, as we mentioned earlier, like MK is also a popular fighting game in Kenya. So we wanted to get into that community.
It's like a younger brother of Tekken. Let's say that.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Or a cousin.
Yeah, a cousin. I think a cousin is a better, yeah.
What about you at Lake? So you had cut out a little bit.
But going forward, Oh, sorry. So we're constantly looking at like how, like the activity within other communities. I know that a lot of guys play Dragon Ball Fighters as well. There's a fairly active Street Fighter community in Kenya as well. So, you know, we depending on how things go and whether or not we have the resources, you know, we could get into those other titles. It's not obviously with the Tekken 254 brand, like because there's Tekken in the name, that's always going to be like a Tekken community. But in terms of Savannah, but in terms of Savannah FGC, we definitely could get into other titles besides
Tekken. And we wish you all the luck. We wish you all the luck. Wish you all the luck.
Yes, thank you.
And wait, other than fighting games, you don't have plans to get into like BRs or like COD? Because I've seen COD Mobile has a big community by then. That's you. Do you know Eugene Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
I think he's also been on the show.
I've worked with him. He works at GUS Studios. We've done stuff with GUS Studios. So
actually, I used to work there as a game dev, and there was even time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I studied 3D animation, so I kind of know those things. Actually, I even brought two of the people who we were working with on the show on a topic about game development, so I kind of know their digs.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been good, man. Thanks for coming. We always appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me again, man.
Yeah,
For
so
sure, man.
maybe
It's
next time
it had been a while,
it had
and
been-
like it had been quite a while, as you said in the beginning. But like,
Mhm.
obviously, sometimes I'm busy and stuff. But I'm sure there could have been instances where I could have just dropped in or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think this is your third
was
part
nice, man.
time.
Yeah,
This is your third time coming on the show, right? You've
Right.
come. The Millennial Talk is all about this life, the gaming life, the geek life, the movies.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So
And I've also been, to be fair, you were like bigging me up at the start of the show. I've also been seeing you doing your thing. That Kamote short film.
oh,
I
you
know
watched
already
it?
said in the no, say you remember I left a comment like
Oh, yeah.
when
I've
you
remembered.
released
I
it, I left
remembered.
a comment.
I
I left a
remember.
comment and I told you it was dope. And like I checked on it the other day and it's gotten past 52K views. I was like, God damn, like that's
Yeah.
really dope.
Yeah,
Like
that
that's
happened, man. That happened.
yeah, because it's a dope film, and you did that, man. So big up to you as well, man. You've been doing your thing. I don't know if do you have any stuff coming out soon?
Yeah, I
Uh,
always have stuff I'm working on, so it's not like I post once and then I usually have stuff, but it's just that I don't say I have stuff. But the reason why I don't say is because sometimes projects fail, and I usually don't like promising people and then something fails. So I usually like work on
Yeah.
things. When something fails, I go on another one until like I get to like finish something completely and then post it. So that's why I
Yeah.
take longer periods, because I also try to emphasize on the quality of the stuff that I produce, and also like the stories, and also trying to be like different from other filmmakers, because which is
100%,
something like I even do on the show. Like I even run my live stream, my backgrounds, my overlays, the podcasting. I'm even surprised I did not jump on the podcast bandwagon a long time ago, because this is like, I think this is like we're already at 90 plus episodes, so it's been it's been
Yeah. Damn, it's been running for that long, actually. Yeah, time is
man.
moving, man.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just that maybe I hadn't like jumped on it quite early. But yeah, for the people who are watching, I think there's others who have not commented. If you are watching and you've not commented, please do so that I can shout you out. But I saw Krypton on Twitch. What's up, Krypton? Was here last show. We were dissing the Matrix on how much we hated it with him. Derek,
Seeing
I
that,
see
yeah,
you.
yeah, everyone is shitting on that movie, so I'm not even excited to watch it.
It's
anymore.
not even, look, dude. It's not worth your time, dude. Like, I'll just tell you this: don't fucking watch it. Like the last Matrix you watch, just leave it at that. Because when you watch this new one, you're just going to be left with a bad taste in your mouth. So I don't fucking
Right,
watch it. I fucking hated it.
Yeah, literally everyone has been shitting on that movie, and I've just been one. I've forgotten what score it got on Rotten Tomatoes,
It's
but
probably- it was 60, but I think it's going to go lower as time progresses. So I don't
it's
know.
on 63 right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. The last time I checked, it's on like 69 or something. So it's been dropping. So
Yeah, that movie was And Lord Vega, Kennedy G. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Frankenstein, Slutty was here. Slutty, I'm sure he did not talk much today because Tekken is not his expertise. I don't think he knows so much, but he's also a frequent co-host. I'm sure he's even on this server. You can see his name tag is under the co-host. But yeah, I plan to Kalele Ki. I think this is Krypton. Yeah, this is Krypton. The movie should have had a score of 25. You're still pissed. But yeah, go check. I've pinned the Spotify for Davey. So go stream his music. Go check his comedy
you, man.
stuff out. It's always good. If you win, we win, man. Like I'm always for supporting other
Sure, for
gamers
sure.
because in Kenya, man, people
and
are
go
just
check
thinking.
out. Sorry, go ahead.
check
Go
out.
ahead. I was cutting you off. Just go ahead. Sorry.
No, in Kenya, wait, why is it Streamlabs deleting your message? Did you put a dot? Sorry, man. Yeah, like in Kenya, people are always talking about relationships, but I don't know, Diana Bahati. What the fuck are those, man? You're like, yo, man, there's more to life than those kinds of fucking things. So if streamers, like if Kenyan gamers win, we all win, man, because I think we need more
To be
exposure.
fair, like at
Mhm.
least from the standpoint of comedians, like that sort of stuff is fun to write jokes about.
Oh, it's giving you material, so you're benefiting from this.
So
Ah, yeah, man. So
uh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so
But also, I was gonna say, yeah. Besides my own personal stuff, yeah, go follow Tekken254 socials, man. As I said earlier, we have a website, tekken254.co.ke. You can find all the socials in the website's header over there. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. So yeah, go follow, check out what's going on in the Tekken community, and if you wanna join up, like I said, just reach out. We send you a WhatsApp link. You come and join the action. So
yeah, and
yeah,
I've pulled up on the screen like Taken. I mean Instagram. So this is their Instagram. Go follow. As you can see, they have a lot of stuff there, and it's a pretty active community. And I'm impressed like with what they're doing, and I hope that everything works out for them, for you guys, and again, man, you're always welcome on the show, man. So if you think like
yeah.
if you
Thank
feel
you
like
for
you
having me
have,
again.
if you feel like you have any other topic you'd like to address, you can always bring it here. I plan to be the official podcast for gamers, so that anyway, it doesn't have to be taken. Even if even for the people watching, like if you have things that you,
An interesting topic you could tackle
mm-hmm,
go for a future episode could possibly be um,
mm-hmm.
like the Esports Kenya Federation and the esports associations in Kenya. I feel like not much is known about that. Could be an interesting topic to discuss. I'm sure there's a lot. People within esports in Kenya, I know, have a lot to say about ESKF in particular and
I think
how
Moje, there's a
esports
show
as
we
a whole is
hosted.
run.
There's a show we hosted with
Are
Moji.
they,
It was about host like esports, but it wasn't like the esports federation and stuff. But I remember Moji, like I don't know, he had like a
on
disagreement
it?
with them
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something. But I've written it down.
yeah.
I'm going to highlight you and Moji, and maybe you can bring others who are involved because.
I'm
I,
sure. I'm sure there's a lot of people have a lot to say about
mm-hmm.
the state of affairs with like the formal structure of esports in Kenya in terms of like government agencies and things like that. I'm sure even Quinaro has a lot to say about that. So yeah, there's several different people you could get on the show to like speak on that.
So yeah, man. So you've
Yeah,
heard it.
I
You've heard it,
suggest
guys. So when I'll host that, I don't know. Next show maybe I want to host Warzone. I want to some Warzone players to talk about the new map. But maybe after that one. But yeah, you've heard it, man. All of you are welcomed on the show. Just make sure you have a fucking good mic, because of podcasting purposes. But it's okay. I still there's a way I record my streams. The audio is separate from my audio is separate from yours, and the music is separate. So there's a way I can like reduce the noise for the hosts. I mean for the guests. But generally, I just like when they have like good mics because it's usually enjoyable for someone to listen to clean and good audio.
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, man, go check Tekken 254 out. I think maybe Devi, you can check Angel Wolfie. Let me just let me pull up
All
her.
these
It's
female streamers you mentioned,
I'm pinning
I
them
was
on
so
the
surprised
I'm pinning them on
on the
the comment section. I
on
take
YouTube
the
or
mic ban
YouTube.
personally. on the YouTube chat. On the YouTube chat. I take the mic. Yeah, Kaleli, I don't know. Your mic is not bad. I just think I don't know if it's your cables have issues. I don't know what's up. I've posted on the YouTube chat. I've pinned. I'm going to also copy.
The only other prominent Kenyan streamer I knew about was Swahili Gamer.
Swahili
But
Gamer,
now
but
there's
this is like
this
the biggest one.
Angel Wolf. Okay.
But Swahili Gamer is big on YouTube, but Angel Wolfie, I would say, is like very strong on Twitch. Like Twitch, her Twitch is mad, yo. Her Twitch is mad.
Right. I'll go and check it out for sure, man. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
really dope.
Also, Adi White has a huge following. I mean, they were there at Movie Jabba. Maybe I think you hadn't gone. I was working on that day, so I did not make it. But
MJX.
yeah, they were there. A lot of them were there. So maybe the next one we will meet with some of them. Even Quinaro was there. I think I even saw them like taking photographs together. Like
Yeah,
they,
another one there, the movie Jabba event.
yeah. So yeah, man. Be sure to check out Tekken. Be sure to check out
These guys
David's
actually
stuff.
have like
These
the
guys are.
good followings. That's dope, man.
You've seen, eh? Hey, I was
Yeah,
also
that's
surprised.
dope, man.
I was also surprised.
I'll go and check out the streams for sure, man. That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah, and they're nice, man. Like if you want to hit them up and like talk with them, they usually respond. So it's not like that. There's maybe that fear of people like, oh, as a ringer, they can be like this. No. I mean, like I called them on the show. In fact, I'd not even call Wolfie at that time. She just came. I think maybe Adi White gave her the link or something. She just came and I was like, oh, okay, you showed up. So yeah, let's fucking talk about this. So yeah, man. Support Kenyan gamers. And again, if you enjoyed the show, be sure to leave a like and drop a subscribe. Follow us on Twitch. Twitch has better quality than YouTube. YouTube is YouTube. Anyway, for the people watching, remember this show is after this. No, tomorrow is when you're going to see it on the podcast platforms. So that's Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, whatever you listen your podcast from. I'm pretty sure it's there. Everything you need to know about the show is on the Linktree. The linktree.ee/254 Millennial Talk. If you want to participate in the community or if you want to be a co-host, especially for the topic that Davey has suggested, be sure to join our Discord community, which has a very huge following, which like a lot of members. I did not expect it to get to 450, which is strange.
Yeah, this Discord is popping, man. You've been putting in work.
Yeah, man, you just have to try. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, man, join our Discord community. You'll get all the alerts there. Again, if you want to reach me, I'm sorry I do not accept friend requests on Discord because of fucking this Discord spamming. These people are keep getting hacked. So my bot or the official bot. Let me just switch up my scenes a little bit. Give me a sec. The official bot on our Discord community. If you message it, the admins or me or the other co-host, if I'm not wrong, will message and will answer you back. So it's not only like a bot just staying there for the purpose of being there. As you can see, it can even, if you click on watch, it's going to redirect you to our Twitch. So if you need any assistance, if you need to talk to any of us, message the bot. Just send a message and I will receive it. Okay. So yeah, I don't think Frankenstein, do you have anything else to say to conclude? I think Davey has talked so much. He deserves to take a break. Frankenstein, do you have anything else to say as I end the show?
For me, I would say that I've enjoyed being a part of the Tekken community in Kenya, and also thank DV for introducing me to the Tekken community in Kenya. That's all I can say.
Nice, you plug yourself. See, you were streaming yesterday.
Yeah. For my socials, you can get me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, all at BHE_Frankenstein. I just use the same username for all my socials.
All right. Yeah, go check Frankenstein out. Go check the other streamers that I showed you on the screen out. I think they have their socials. I've posted them on there.
I found that Adi White was following me. So like.
Hey, you are known,
was
my
like an
guy.
interesting-
My guy, these streets unajulikana. People know you, man.
Bro, that's crazy, man. I
People
swear
know
after
you.
this, I'm going
People
to
know you
check out
from. People know you by via Quinaru, because Quinaru mentions you a lot when she's being interviewed. Actually, she even
That's
mentioned
dope,
you.
man.
Yeah, so we know, we can see your presence. Your presence is felt in the gaming community. So
Fucking
you,
dope, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
yeah, you, Moj, all you guys, you might think that maybe your legacy is going nowhere, but we feel it. We know, even when Nani passed on, Nani, I've forgotten his name.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Baraza. Yeah, even when he passed on, a lot of people were shocked. So it shows a lot of people know you guys. So yeah, man.
That's really dope, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all the time, man. All the bloody fucking time. So yeah, do you have anything else to? Do you want to add on anything? Let's end this thing.
Nah, me, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me again. And yeah.
All right. I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Take care, guys. Peace.
Yeah, peace out. Yeah.